Hey everybody, it's Neil, and I'm doing a voiceover because it was too windy and we couldn't hear it. But I have this smokeless fire pit, and this is like really cool. You can see it's going to be. I have a screwdriver in my hand, but that was strictly for opening the box. There really are no tools required for this. So, and this is, I think, just everything was right there. So that's one nice thing about it is it came super compact. It comes with. Well, that's a plastic. It came with fancy gloves to put it together without getting fingerprints on it, but they went in my pocket and never came out again. So here I'm showing the fire pit pieces. I'm just trying to take off the plastic, and it comes. It comes kind of compressed, and then you have to pick it up. But it's by HOMRELEXA. You can see it on the box there behind there, and it also says it on the fire pit itself. And you see it looks really nice, stainless steel, and it's good. And here I am taking out the pieces and parts there. I kind of had a little break in it for a second there, but you can see it's only got like 4 pieces, so super easy to do. And then once you take out those, the pieces, they'll kind of fit into each other. I'm trying to read the instructions here and figure it out. That little rim is actually for the top. So we'll show you in a second. Boy, what am I doing? Just reading some instructions here, trying to figure it out for myself. But you can see you flip that piece upside down as we took it out, and then it kind of goes into it, and so it makes it double high. So now it's a higher fire pit, which is what you want from it. And then we have the little basket in there, which goes about halfway down. I just kind of dropped it in there. It's not exactly straight. And then we've got that little rim piece up at the top, and that's really all it's going to take. You'll see here I'm loading it up with some stuff. I had to do a little break in the video because a car drove by, and then but here we are just putting some leaves and whatnot into this fire pit. I don't know what you really need to see, but I have tiny little logs. You see, you can put pretty much anything in there, and it's going to burn. And the way it is with all those little holes and stuff is it's going to make it. I put a bunch of cardboard in there from the box just because I didn't need the box anymore. Also, you can see behind there's a little bag, and that bag is so once it's cooled down, you can fold it back up again and put it in the bag to store it. So, or take it with you to a campground or whatever. And so here we are just starting it. You can see there is a bit of smoke initially due to the fact that we have all the cardboard up towards the top. But once it starts going, you'll see, I mean, if you want to watch a few minutes of the fire burning, you'll see the smoke just kind of starts to go away. So you have more just fire. And I don't know, I think the smoke, I don't know if you can see it from here, but there was an area where we could see it during while we were out there, and it was kind of sucking itself back into those little holes in the side and working their way down or something. I don't know exactly how it works, but it was really cool watching it be smokeless, which is what it does. And so you can see there's a little bit of smoke coming out. I mean, I guess it's not going to avoid all of it, but mostly just the fire coming out there, and the smoke was getting sucked back in and rotated around and whatever it needs to do. But it was a really nice hot fire and a super cool little convenient fire pit to just be able to take somewhere. So my goal is right now we're out at kind of a camp area, but I'll be taking it with me. I can even put it in the back of my car to take it camping and everything, especially if I do a fire like overnight. I can just set it up anywhere, and then in the morning it'll be cooled down, and I can just put it back into my car. But you remember, like when I was putting it together, and it had that little mesh basket with all those wood in there. So all that stuff, all the ash and everything like that, as it burns through, it falls through the little bottom section. So it's kind of like a sifter kind of going through there. So the ash will keep working its way down and down and down. And so you can just keep adding more wood into it. I mean, you're not going to get a huge bonfire, but look at this. It's just a nice burning fire. And it lit with one match just super easy because even though it's a windy day, because it was insulated around there with the air pocket there, you can see a little bit of the smoke kind of getting sucked back into it there. I just saw for a minute. Looks like we got about another minute left of this video. But I'll show you at the end. I think there's somewhere I talk about it again. But it's a super nice fire pit. And it burns hot, burns good, burns clean, which I like. And so I would even use it to burn leaves and things like that if we have just stuff that around the place, because stuff doesn't fly out. like, it was funny because we were noticing that too, is that like all the cardboard and things like that, normally you throw that in a fire and the little pieces and stuff start flying out, but it doesn't, I think, because it's kind of sucking some of the stuff back in. So you're not going to be setting the world on fire with this pit here. You could even put this like on a balcony well, I don't think you're allowed to have open fires on a on a balcony, but it would be like something like that would even be good. So it's really, nice and hot and a really good fire pit here. And it looks really good. And you can see, like, as it's burning, it turned a little bit of a color on the edges. So I guess as we use it, it's gonna kind of get a little bit goldish or something like that, just because of the fire. You can probably clean it up with some Barkeeper's Friend and make it look good as new anytime you want. So we're about 5 minutes in. We got about 20 seconds left here. And you can see this is my buddy's hand here, who's just feeling the heat from standing far away. He's like, why is it so hot? But it really is a good fire pit, and I like it. So hopefully you will too. So pick this up. It's good for sure.